welcome back to Beat a Bagel. And
That's probably going to get old.
No.
Okay.
It's an integral part of the show. This is good stuff. Okay, so now we're on to our next bottled water here. Voila.
Deer Park.
Yeah, so the Deer Park water, I bought 5 gallons of this, that big...
The big container.
The big one where you have to break the seal.
Very usable,
and,
yeah.
And sometimes you...
And more environmentally friendly than a single-use plastic bottle, too, I might add.
Yes. Yeah, so much wasted water bottles. Okay. So when I decided to kettle or boil my bagels, the ones that I made in our upcoming episode, which I mentioned earlier, I wanted to use this. It seemed to be, maybe it was an emotional decision, I don't really know, but I didn't want to use the Maryland water, which I said because I just didn't know what was in it.
Right.
Hey, are we getting a prop from off the set?
Let's could get this in large quantities.
So, yes, that's true. Like this kind of thing here.
Not like your highfalutin volcano water.
No.
You can't get that in 5-gallon bits.
No.
Without taking out a
No.
loan.
You know what I had to do to get that bottle?
I don't want to ask. Dude, I don't ask, I don't tell.
I had to go to Giant.
Okay.
All right, so this is the
Deer Park.
the 1 gallon. So imagine 5 of these, and then 5 of these, not 5. Okay,
Yeah.
and
This is basically from Pennsylvania.
okay.
This
so
is
move this off to the
is
side.
bottled by Nestle. Nestle as a corporation goes into local places like Pennsylvania, and it's got several spaces in Pennsylvania where they just get the spring water from natural springs in various places in Pennsylvania. Now that means it's probably been filtered through limestone. And we can see what
So like harder water.
It could be. That's what we're. Let's find out.
Okay, yeah. So now we're off to the videotape.
Let's go.
All right,
to
so
the
good.
videotape.
Open that up.
Okay, we got our sample.
All right, so here's the usual.
We got the tweezers of science.
I don't know if you're supposed to use 2 hands when you pick up the strip.
I'm really not supposed to.
Okay.
But, okay.
We'll cut that out at some point.
Let's go down.
No, we won't.
And we got.
We have this is the count to 10. Yeah.
Sing the alphabet or the happy birthday song.
Right, and
what are the chords to the happy birthday? Okay, that's good.
Nobody knows. All right, we're good.
Take it off.
All right, so a little drip here. Move that over.
Dry a little bit.
Okay,
And now
and we go to the
compare it
paper.
to our official chart, and I'm trying not to touch our results.
Okay, so this is the Deer Park, the results of the Deer Park testing. So let's just get into it.
So from the
Total hardness,
where does that seem to match up for
between 50 and actually looks closer to 50, because 120 is a different color.
Yep.
So it's more 50.
More 50. More 50.
So that's this way. So it's less. Yeah. So 0 to 425. It's somewhere between 25 and 50. So that's not really that hard.
For being filtered through limestone?
Yeah, that's impressive.
Now, our chlorine is looking like, I don't know, it's not quite white. Is that slightly pink?
It's slightly 0.5 and barely that. So it's like 0 and 0.5. And what about the iron?
Iron, very little iron.
Okay. Copper, we have a little bit of copper in there. Go to the next one, to the right. Actually, it's 0.5.
0.5?
Yep, 0.5 copper, again, on a 10 plus scale. That's low.
Everybody's concerned about lead.
Lead?
What's our lead look
No.
like here? No lead?
No lead, and I'm really glad out of all the bottles we had, there was no lead in it, and I know that must sound ridiculous, but the fact is, nobody's really comfy drinking lead these days.
Nor should they be.
Right.
All right.
Nitrates.
And nitrates.
So it looks like no nitrates, and I guess none of either of them.
Nope.
What nitrates? What phosphates are what comes out of the detergent, right?
Right.
It's not okay. All right. So that
nitrates and phosphates generally used for fertilizer products.
Oh, right.
And we can find them in our local streams, but yeah, apparently we're not finding them in our drinking water.
Okay.
Good.
And what about our MPS measurement?
Our solids, suspended solids. It's looking
one-ish.
Yeah, it's looking not as pink as 1.
So it's between 0 and 1. So not a whole lot of solid. And this one is closer to the total chlorine. Looks like it's not exactly. It's between 0 and 0.5.
All right.
So that's not really.
Not much chlorine. And
Yeah.
our fluoride.
Can't really tell.
Yeah, at some point all those look the same to me.
They do.
I've been
So we
staring
have
at my
no
fluoride
idea because it's that fuchsia pink color,
Yeah.
but we don't know what that is. So we actually can't tell what the fluoride is. But I'm guessing it's between 0 and 10.
Okay, I could go with that.
Yeah.
Yep.
How do you pronounce that?
Cyanuric acid. And it's definitely not pinker than 10.
Between 0 and 10
This
on a
is used
scale
as
of 250.
like a disinfectant,
Right.
herbicide sort of thing. I don't know if it occurs naturally though. I think it sounds like it's an industrial chemical that's deliberately put into stuff to disinfect things.
So it's kind of inconclusive, it looks like.
All right, our ammonia chloride.
Again, is...
Let's talk to our water test strip manufacturer.
I'm gonna
I don't
have
think
to put that
doesn't
on.
look like any of those.
Right. So we haven't been able to test anything for ammonia chloride. Maybe it just doesn't exist. So that's fine. And we'll go with that.
Okay.
Now bromine.
Bro.
Bro. 2?
I'm thinking 2.
Okay, so on a scale of 20, it's 2, which is in that box.
It's within the box.
Okay,
yeah.
so that's the range of safety?
I believe so.
Okay. All right, and all right, here comes our alkaline, our base.
Yeah.
So
Alkalinity. It looks
40-ish?
It looks a little bit more yellow than 40.
So it's 40 to 80, but it's not as green as 80, so 40 to 60 maybe?
Okay, call it 60.
Out of 240? Okay.
Alkaline, yeah.
Well, this is measured in milligrams per
Milligrams per liter, which is equivalent to parts per million.
liter. Okay,
Yep.
good.
You
All
got
right.
your metric, you got your empirical. Yeah,
All right, that's good.
Yeah.
This is why you make the big bucks. Okay. All right, so our carbonate is...
That's like our chalks, our calcium carbonates, our carbonates.
It's like between 0 and 40.
Again, I'm surprised being filtered through limestone that it's not more. But so
So
that
you
means
were-
it's
you were
probably not
expecting it
as
to be-
hard. I was expecting it to be higher.
Like what, out of 240? What
I really don't know, just higher.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair and
No,
very
for sure.
scientific,
Yeah,
I might
yeah.
add. All right, and our pH. Okay, so now we're in the box of range of pH. That's definitely 6.4.
6.4 on the money.
So the pH for the Deer Park,
We figured right about 6.4.
6.4.
And they don't make any pH claims on their bottle.
So we don't know. We don't have a
They,
number.
they do claim that it's 100% spring water, but they also say the sources are from multiple springs around Pennsylvania. So you don't really know. And it looks like you can find more information about it by clicking on
the QR reader.
QR code.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I believe that's more about how they get the water, how they get their plastic produced, and how they recycle it.
Oh.
Not about the contents. But we can find out.
All right. So the overall results of the strip looks pretty good. I mean, there's nothing in here that's harmful in any way. Was there anything surprising on here?
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that if this is from spring water from Pennsylvania, it's probably spent some time filtering through limestone. I'm really surprised it's not harder and has more minerals and more carbonates in it.
So it means they must have filtered it out.
I don't know, but we can talk to them about their process. But in any case, if we have more minerals, more hardness, if the water's more hard, we want a denser bagel.
Okay, so here's the part where it gets subjective.
So I don't know where the bagel is.
All right. Okay, so again, what I prefer, and again, it's all subjective, is I like crunch, fluff, crunch. I want everything. I want my golden brown exterior. I want my crunch. I want the fluff. I want some chew in there.
Crunch, fluff, chew.
Right, because it's like you don't want a complete total. You don't want like Melba toast or like a biscotti kind of thing. You want to taste the bagel. I just don't think. I think you wouldn't want something that's really dense. But if a Montreal bagel claims to be denser, I would definitely have to try that. Because I don't know, because I've never actually been to Montreal to try one. But I would like to.
Road trip.
Yep, we're there. Okay, so I think we're gonna wrap up this bottle testing and beat bagel.
Bagel. Bagel. Bagel.